Good afternoon. It is Thursday, June. What the heck day is it? June 26th. Wow, slipping. It's currently 5:32 in the afternoon. It is time to get to work. Thursday night drive tonight. There is a concert at Golden One. Wu-Tang Clan is here in town. Sold out show. Should be plenty of activity downtown tonight. So that's kind of where the focus is going to be. I'm not going to go to the airport right off the bat. I'm going to go head towards town and see what we can find. Gig U is back again tonight. As a matter of fact, let's make sure everything's turned on with Gig U. Let's go over here, get me out of the way. Turn on the old cherry picker. There we go. Alright, so that's good to go. Yeah, so we're going to put Gig U back to the test tonight, see how it does. Last night it did pretty well. Hoping it continues to do the same tonight, and we'll see. In the meantime, what I need to do is I need to turn everything on. So let's do that. Lyft. Good to go. Back to Uber. Good to go. Maybe tonight we'll talk a little bit about this whole advantage mode. I do have some thoughts on this, and actually I'll be able to show you some rides from last night where I was supposedly getting advantage mode, and they're showing this 5% increase on there, and quite frankly, I'm going to say bullshit. There is no 5%, and I'll show you why when we get there. So in the meantime, we'll circle back to that, but in the meantime, I'm going to start moving downtown, and I'll be back here after the first ride, as always, to update and give updates throughout the rest of the evening. But hopefully, fingers crossed. Going the wrong way. That's a good ride, but not going the way I want to go. Plus, it's a backtrack. I'm going to pass. I want something heading into town. I don't want to have to backtrack. Well, first I'd have to go get him and then backtrack back up and then drive on Sunrise, which is a super busy street right now with a lot of traffic. So not a good ride. Good ride, wrong direction. All right. I'll be back here in a little bit with updates and so forth, and I'll see you then. I'll be back. Alrighty, that's a wrap. I didn't give any updates in between the intro and now, and I was kind of busy, kind of moving along. I mean, not crazy busy, but busy. Busy enough that I didn't stop and give updates. There's some little pauses and stuff here and there, but otherwise it wasn't too bad. I mean, I don't know how many rides. We'll see how many here in a second, but as you can see with Lyft, 7 for 51, missed out on the $10 average, mainly because I stayed pretty much, down in the grid area. Didn't do any kind of airport stuff. Never went out to the airport at all. Just pretty much stayed in town and just did rides down there. Did do some little shorty, cheapy ones just because I was there. But let's see how we did overall with activity. Move me down there. So there you go. There's my 7. Not too bad. Not bad. Let's go take a look at Uber. There you go, 53. So 13 rides. What's that, 104 or something like that, I think. Something, I don't know. We'll see. I'll put the total up here on the screen here in a second. Here's the rides from tonight. There you go. Oh, I got some Prop 22 money from last night. There, that's nice. Not bad. Let's talk advantage mode. I'm gonna wrap this up right now, but I'm gonna come back after this and show some rides to prove that advantage mode is kind of BS. All right, so this is current day BMAC. And I wanted to kind of dive into some of these rides that I did on the 26th, specifically that were advantage mode, and kind of demonstrate that this advantage that they're so-called giving to drivers in this mode is really kind of BS. I mean, it's really nothing significant that's going to add up over time, that's going to really offset or enhance what I would say your earnings. For example, so I did the 5 or 6 rides or whatever I did that night. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 rides on the 26th. Of those 6 rides, Advantage mode gave me an extra $1.59. $1.59 for those 6 rides. That's nothing. I mean, honestly, there is no advantage to that. I didn't see any increase in the number of rides, nor did I see that there were any better necessarily rides. There were some rides that came in that were pretty decent that were just going the opposite way. I will give them that. But that happens on any other night. That is nothing new. That's nothing, there's no advantage to that. All they're doing that I can see at this point in time is they're throwing on the exclusive label onto a ride that they're showing to me, to a driver, and then throwing in this advantage 5%, which for every $1 of the ride, you're getting a nickel for that ride, for every $1. It's not worth it in the sense of being some sort of incentive to drive more. There really isn't. 5% is nothing. I would rather see them come out with higher driver payouts that are based on $1 per mile at minimum, and, you know, give us the ability and the flexibility and not penalize drivers for picking and choosing the rides that suit us. Not what suits them, but what suits the driver. Because we're the ones that have all the risk on the line when it comes to driving. We have the expense, we have the risk of having the people in the car and being out on the road and doing all that stuff. We bear everything when it comes to that. And if they want to incentivize people to drive more or to be more available or to be drivers in general, they need to increase what the earnings are to the driver. This advantage mode is not an incentive. It does not make me want to go out any more than what I already do right now, because 5% is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's pennies to them. And I think they're kind of doing it, it's a bait and switch. Basically, they're throwing this carrot out there to try to get you to bite, to try to incentivize you to drive more. But there's really no serious advantage to that mode that I can see. All right, that's basically what I wanted to say about it. That's my piece. If you have any comments, have any feelings about Advantage mode, if it's coming to your area, I'd be curious to know what you think, if you see any kind of an increase in your area driving. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back out on the road here tonight, as a matter of fact, and I'll see you guys out there. All right, thanks.